everybody, it's Nikki with TinCan Knits, episode number 6. Today is March 15th and I'm coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin, where I live with my husband, my stepson, and our 2 dogs, and my grandmother. The weather's been gorgeous this week. Lots of melting snow until this morning when I woke up and it was in the 30s and found out we're supposed to have snow this weekend. So a little bit longer for winter. I was really hoping for some spring. But without further ado, let's jump into what's going on. First, some administrative stuff. The Scrappy KAL is full on its way. That runs a year long. I started on December the 24th. It was my New Year's Eve cast on. I cast it on a blanket. And you don't have to do a blanket for the Scrappy along. It can be socks, it can be a shawl, sweater, mittens, hats, cowls, anything. Get those in there. I will do quarterly prizes on that one. Then I have going on that ends this month. The Twin It Up ends on the March the 31st. I ran mine a month longer because I knew I wasn't going to get mine done in the time they allotted because I had too much going on. And I'm still in the same place I was last time I talked to you guys. So hopefully before next time I can get more done, if not have it finished. I have the Lisa Munch along going on. When I finished the lure shawl there, I decided I wanted to always have one of hers on because that was the first time I had done a Lisa Munch. I had heard about her when I first started watching podcasts with the Grocery Girls, and then completely forgot about it with everything new coming in. And I've decided there's about 15-20 shawls that I really like that I'd like to make either for myself or as gifts. So I've decided to do a year long where I always keep at least one of her designs on my needles. I started the Auspice next with yarn from Knit Style, so I will be showing that later. And then I have a brand new knit along going on with ArkansasYarnCo. We've decided to partner up and do a Gnome along from March 1st, 2019 till March 1st, 2020. And that's any of the Gnome patterns, guys. Any of them. Get them in there. If you use her yarn, you get double entries over in her group. You get single entries over in mine. I encourage also, there's the mystery knit along going on right now with the Gnome dePlume. I have that on my needles. The second clue comes out tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. So that's all mine. I have my rules over in my Ravelry group. If you guys didn't know, I have a Ravelry group. It's TinCan Knits. Go over. You have to be part of my Ravelry group to win some of the prizes. So subscribe here. Go subscribe over there. Hit the like. Give it a thumbs up. Help push it up. So I'd greatly appreciate it. And thanks for the returning viewers. And thank you for all those who are new. I got quite a few new people in the last time since I podcasted. So hi and welcome. You can also find me on Instagram as TinCan Knits. And on Ravelry, you can find me personally as Nikki52879. I will put all those down below because I do spell Nikki N-I-C-C-I, if you didn't know. So I want to make sure that you guys can find me. So I will put that down below. You can also email me over at knickknacknits2018@gmail.com. But I do answer messages on my Instagram and on Ravelry. So you can find me in all 3 places. Other things going on in the Zoom room that I go into on Friday nights most of the time are other podcasters, friends, and I'd like to mention some of their knit-alongs. Stephanie just started her podcast. She has 3 episodes up, so go over and check her out. She's Vanilla Sock Pig, and she has the multiple Gnome KAL going on, and that's actually a craft, any craft along, as long as it's 50% red or burgundy. Then there's Deborah from the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. She has all kinds of rules and KAL's going along. I'll name them, but I don't know all the specifics of her rules. I always read them before I enter. She has Never Have I Ever, so that one I know is something that you've never done before. Then she has Kit or Get Her Done. That's any kits that you've bought and they're sitting on your shelf. Pull those on out and start entering them. She lets you enter weekly, I believe, with a photo. I know I have some latch hook kits that I had bought years and years ago. I'm debating pulling one of those out and starting a little bit of it. She has the Farmer's Almanac. That's a monthly. Each month she does something. She puts all kinds of facts about everything going on, and that's always fun. She has Creature Feature, which is amigurumi, stuffies, crochet or knit, and she does quarterly different ones with Laura from a Crocheting Hoovian. That gets you double entries. I know right now that ends this month is Under the Sea. And then she has I Like Big Shawls and I Cannot Lie, and that's any knitted shawl that's 1,200 yards or bigger. And that one is the only one that I'm aware of that's only knit. And then from Two Sticks and String, Jessica has the Golden Girls Thank You for Being a Friend KAL that ends this month. And then Laura, the Crocheting Hoovian, has Whip It Good. That's any whip that you've had a project page up on Ravelry from March to December 31st. Go on over, enter them. It can be even if you're ripping it out. She lets you enter. Go read her rules for sure to make sure it applies, and then get those entered. All of them that I know of are you're free to enter multiple times in different groups. So that is all my announcements. I'm going to take a quick sip of my water, guys. So for FOs, 2 of them are gone. I will put pictures at the end. One was for my nephew, his Stranger Things sweater that he had bought from Kohl's. He had wore it out because he uses it kind of like a hoodie like the kids do in high school, and at least here in Wisconsin they don't believe in wearing coats. They wear their hoodies everywhere, and he had wore a hole right here, well, more up in here, but he asked me if I could make a patch and put it on there because he wanted his sweater. It lights up from the Stranger Things Netflix, and I said sure. So he picked out a hunter green. I made the patch, sewed it on, and he has that. The other thing I knit was I know you saw last time, was the Elf Zone hat. It was red, gray, black, and white. It was out of red camo from Karen Simply Soft, and then the red band here was chunky from Lion Brands Home USA, and it was just red. And the only it was the Elf Zone hat, but I did do heavily modifications on it as far as you'll see, but he wanted it to be a hat plus scarf, my stepfather. He had ordered one for himself and my mom for next year's Christmas, but then he just got diagnosed last month with, sorry, I'm trying to be able to say this without tearing up, but he got diagnosed with cancer, pancreatic cancer, and I just wanted it done so he could have that. So I already gave that to my mom to give to him. Then I finished this quite a while back. I had finished the Gramps cardigan by TinCan Knits, but I had never put the buttons on because I was looking for some. And then I came up with these pink ones that I had here. So that's going to be gone now with the little matching hat that I had made for it. And then I finished and I already took this stitch marker off because I podcasted just a little while ago and realized it wasn't recording. So last time you saw it was here, and I finished the TinCan Knits Flax in the 1 to 2 year size. So this is made out of a yarn I've never seen or heard of. It was Misty Alpaca, and that was given to me by the person who ordered these. She's in her 90s and asked if I could knit up some baby items and a couple of shawls for her out of what yarn she had left to put in a hope chest. So I did that for her. And then, so that was all for my finished objects. I have a few things on the needles, as y'all know, but I I've decided now not to work on everything all the time. One week in a month, I do spin my wheel all day Saturday, every hour, working on multiple things. But every other time, I've shortened that list down to 5 and worked on those. The only thing being is, with the gnomes being a mystery knit along, I don't count those in that wheel. So I will start with those. The gnomes of dePlume. I have those in this little flower sack. I did buy this off of Etsy. I'm still trying to find the person's name. If I do find it, I will link it below. Not link, but at least name. If not link. Who I got it from. Hopefully I will be able to find that, because I'm not sure if that was on my old Etsy account or my new one. So in here, both of my dePlume gnomes are on Chagus. One is on my circular 9-inch, both out of ArkansasYarnCo. This is her set number 7 that she had, this is blowing out, that she had came up with. So set number 7 here. It looks like these are supposed to be little flowers, so they're very cute. And then these ones, I have my DPN holders from Knit for Brains on my Chagu straight DPNs here. And this is just one of her pinks that I had for Heels, Toes, and Cuffs. I think it's her Spring Blossom. And so I'm just waiting for clue number 2 tomorrow to get those guys caught up. But I like how this little guy just closes both the little gnomes in there. Keeps everything nice and tidy for me. So that's that one. And see, we talked about the Auspice by Lisa Mutch. I'm going to pull that one out next. That's just in my little ball sack for right now because it just started. It can still fit in there. This is from ArkansasYarnCo. I think the bag I got with the yarn when my cousin sent me Jack yarn. Oh, that's behind in the gift. I have a foldable bin that I keep all my Christmas gifts now in. So it's back there, but this is the start of the Auspice. So this was where it was when I cast it on and took pictures. So I got just a few rows done. Nothing major yet. So this will be moved into a bigger bag and just the ball sack in there. And here's the yarn and all its yumminess. I just don't want to fight with it to come out. Give me 1 second, guys. But the yarn itself was from Knit Styles in her Kingdom of Hearts colorway that she felt that she had put too much purple on, so my cousin ordered it and had it sent to me and asked me to make her a few items. She sent me both of them. So she doesn't watch this, so I can tell you that one's going to be that one's going to be a shawl. Then she's going to get a pair of socks and a pair of fingerless mitts out of this one. And hopefully her mother, who does watch the show, does not tell her what I'm making with it. So those will be her Christmas and birthday gifts next year. Then in my 31 bag, these reminded me of knitting stitches. So when it was on sale, I bought it. This is my Stephen West shawl. The Pierre shawl. Last time you saw it, I was up here by the star. And now that colorway here, the light gray, lightest of all the 4, is knitting needles, and then it goes into gray cloud. And this right here is just the first by itself. It was fading here and up in here. And then I will be going into this one here, which is seriously gray, and this one here up in smoke. So I'm very excited. This is ArkansasYarnCo in her plush DK. I absolutely love it. And that is on my wood chagoos. I don't remember what size those are. I think 8s though. Yep, 8s. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. That one closed up. And then I have my Knitting Expat season socks in my moose bag, my moose sock bag. I like this because it has a pocket out here. I always keep my sock ruler right there. And then this is also an ArkansasYarnCo with my DPN holder from Knit for Brains. Last time you saw this, I think you saw this, I'm not even sure, but I had just cast it on. I love that this time in her sock clip, she is changing all the cuffs to different techniques, ribbing. Would have never thought of a lace rib. And then that's just one of ArkansasYarnCo's plush fingering in orange. I don't know the exact name of it. And then this is on her Super Sparkle base and her Pool Party. So it's now at the heel point. I'm hoping to have that done this weekend also. I just could not do the heel where I was at when I got to it. So that had to go on the back burner for a little while. And this next bag from Knit for Brains is a wrap that I cannot show. I can show you that it is sport weight in ArkansasYarnCo and her rose gold. And my ball, when I did this one, it was when my ball winder had been broke. For Christmas I got a new one. So there it is. And it's integral. I think it's very gorgeous. I'm about halfway done with this one, but I can't show it to you. I will put a picture in May on one of my podcasts because it will no longer be here. As soon as that one's done, it'll go out. And then in my Mr. Indigo bag, which was the first bag I ever bought off of Instagram. His shop is now closed, but my little owls. And here is my test knit for Cozyup. I did bind off. It's gonna roll on me, but so the last time you saw it is up by this marker way up there. And it is in her Tickled Pink colorway. And her super ArkansasYarnCo's super sparkle. There's the decreases. They look, but they. And then I'm working on the first sleeve, and I have my other one over here on its little holder. So the sleeves aren't very long. I'm hoping to have those also this weekend done, and pick up for the band next week for the Forever Long. I think it's 12 inches of ribbing. So I'm going to be at that for a little while. And that is everything I'm working on right now. So as projects come off, I will spin my wheel for the 40 projects I still have on the needles and start working on those. I have no plans for any new. Oh, I do. I have one brand new cast on that'll go on this week. And that is a test knit for the Knitting Expat Designs and her not such a nugget sweater for adults. So that one will go on the needles this weekend. Hoping to get that one at least to the sleeve break-offs today, through the weekend. But that one I have all the way till May 5th to get done from Nina. So that'll take a back burner to some of my other ones that I have to have done for April 1st. But so there should be quite a few new things coming in and out in the next couple weeks. I've been really good as far as buying. I haven't bought anything but a project bag that isn't here yet, a set of needles, which I never show the needles when I buy them because they're normally just Zings or Chagus. And the only other thing I had bought a couple weeks ago was Desert Vista Dye Works had speckled jelly bean, and those are my grandma's favorite candies. Every Easter I start buying those for her. Every week I bring her a bag home for herself. She shares them with our dog. She gives them each one when she had not every day, but she gives them one each every time she opens the package. So I plan on making her a pair of socks and myself a pair of socks, but I'm going to hold on to hers until her birthday. She's turning 85 this year, and we are having a party for her on her birthday this year because it is on a Saturday, and that way everybody hopefully can make it. So there's lots of planning for that. Lots of planning because my godson is getting married also this year, and I turned 40 this year. So we have 3 big things coming up in the next few months. And a couple people in the family with some cancer, and trying to, you know, make sure everybody is taken care of. I hope everybody has a healthy and safe St. Patrick's Day. Don't drink and drive. I know around here a lot of people go to the bars, but there are a lot of cab companies that have been offering rides for free that night. So take advantage. Hope you all have a good time, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy knitting, guys.